How do I look? Don't answer that. Comment below. Alright guys, I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about what's on my mind. I had to get up from bed at 4:09 a.m. today because it's been on my mind so much I couldn't go to sleep. Right? It's about a new series idea. The new series is going to be called M.E Explains. So M.E Explains. MsundrstdEntertainment Explains. Today I'm going to be explaining how our brains work. Yes, I was thinking about this in the morning while I'm trying to go to bed. Pun intended, it was just at the top of my head, top of my brain, top of the noggin, and I need to get it out in the video format. So, most of you asking, how am I qualified? If you see me looking at notes I written down previously to kind of help me think a bit. But how am I qualified? Well, I went to college, and just like D and Dennis, I took a couple psych courses, right? I'm like only 12 classes away from having my minor, so I'm definitely qualified. I want to talk about how our brains are constantly developing and even after reaching our peak performance or peak growth mid to late 20s, it's still growing. Now, I'm sure we know people who seem to have stopped at a certain point, you know, but they're still malleable, right? Our brains, they're like moldable pieces of flesh and water, and they're constantly changing to meet our needs and to seek certain stimuli. And that's what's scary to me, because our brains are, in my opinion, seeking and reacting to environmental stimuli without our approval or conscious thought. And that brings me to my next bullet point: conscious thought. You think, therefore you are. No, I think, therefore I am. René Descartes, French philosopher, who helped a lot with psychology. I heard about him once or twice in my psych books, you know, that I had in class 10, 15 years ago. This is why we need to strive for perfect, unsullied, pristine adolescent brains, because it's so important for development. But of course, sometimes those things are just not the case.
Yo, this is Patrick.
Can't have perfect adolescent brains sometimes, because I'm sure I will receive 1 to 10 ratio of likes to dislikes for this next bit, but it's so important, and it's something that has to be said. Chemicals mold our brains to what they will become or how they will react in the future. I'm gonna use the D word, right? But think about it this way: don't not do drugs because they're illegal. Don't do drugs because they will change the landscape of your being and affect who you are and how you think for the rest of your life. Yeah, think about it that way.
What are you talking about, man?
And I'm not gonna get into what constitutes or what doesn't constitute a drug, because at the beginning of this opinion, I did say chemicals, and I'm sticking to it. But I don't have to say drugs, mostly because drugs are made up from chemicals, made up of chemical compounds that affect the way we feel. We tend to seek that feeling over and over and over. And since our brain is such an outstanding and magnificent specimen and a stimuli-fed machine, it would need more and more of that stimulus chemical to feel the same way you want to feel again and again and again. But those chemicals, those drugs, isn't where you should obtain your feelings of self-worth. But I'm glad I have your attention. Just stay right there. I want to know if you have time to talk about the teachings of Sir Joseph Smith. Sometimes we don't get to choose how we respond to things, respond to certain things in our lives. But thing is, in my opinion, of course, one of the worst things you can do is to put off the things that happen in our environment as being out of your realm of control. The things that happen inside as being outside of your realm of control. Because how we respond to external stimuli and how we respond to our reactions of the world around us and the world within us is what makes us who we are. Thank you so much, guys. This has been a blast. It was fun, but what do you guys think about this video? I like this series. Me explains. So me explains, because it's from the top of my head. I'm not doing too much research at all. Just from what I've kind of curated over my wise 20-some years of life. Thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, share if you liked this video. If you didn't like it, I mean, do the same. Get that dislike to like ratio up. All right. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye.